morning, I'm Sofia Ramiro and welcome to day 2 of this year's EULAR Congress. We have another fantastic day of posters and presentations to look forward to today, so let's take a look. Starting with RA, on Thursday, I recommend the poster view 2 session, in particular a poster by Andrew Oster on 1-year outcomes from the UPHOLD study and the achievement and maintenance of remission with upadacitinib in patients with moderate to severe RA. In addition, there will be a great debate on the therapeutic drug monitoring of TNF inhibitors, to monitor or not, chaired by Gerrit-Jan Goldbink and John Isaacs. My final highlight for RA is a presentation by Berend Stoel on the prediction of treatment response in patients with arthralgia at risk for the development of RA using deep learning from MRI scans of the wrist, hand, and foot. So several interesting studies being presented, and I'm looking forward to seeing their results. I'm particularly looking forward to the debate, as it's always engaging, especially when we have fantastic speakers like Celia Siversen and Desiree van der Heijden. Will we be using more or less therapeutic drug monitoring after it? For those of you interested in PSA, the clinical abstract session SPA and PSA, treatment effects and response prediction offers some great talks. I recommend Alan Kivitz's presentation on the efficacy and safety outcomes from a phase 2b trial of the TYK2 inhibitor, TAK-279. Our IMID forum chair, Ian McInnes, will then present exciting new phase 2 data on the efficacy and safety of the novel IL-17A and IL-17F inhibiting nanobody sonelokimab from the ARGO study. This is a session you don't want to miss. These are good times for patients with PSA, as more potential new treatment options are being investigated. Thursday brings more important AXPA content, starting with Zuzana Lukaszik's presentation on sustained clinical remission in over 60% of patients with early axial SPA induced by a treat-to-target approach. And finally, the clinical poster tours treatment of spondyloarthritis session includes a submission from Stephen Zhao on the comparative safety of JAK inhibitors versus TNF or IL-17 inhibitors for cardiovascular disease, venous thromboembolism in cancer in PSA and axial SPA. The safety of JAK inhibitors remains a hot topic, especially after oral surveillance and the questions that it triggered. As we will likely not have another oral surveillance or such a trial, which means no specific safety trial in axial SPA or PSA, we are very much interested in observational studies and the signal we get from accumulated experience with JAK inhibitors in daily clinical practice. And that concludes my top picks for the posters and presentations for day 2 of the Congress. Don't forget to visit imidforum.com, as I will be back tomorrow with EULAR coverage of day 3 highlights. Make sure to also keep an eye out for our Congress review podcast post-Congress, where today's data and many more will be reviewed by me and my colleagues, Rika Alten and Lara Coates. We hope you continue to enjoy the Congress.